Good afternoon, beloved friends, family, and loved ones of the incredible graduating class of the Harvard Teacher Education Program, Class of 2020. It was such a profound honor and joy to see so many of your faces during our final presentations, in which this powerful group of educators exercised radical vulnerability, courage, and brilliance in sharing the transformative lessons that they both learned and enacted from their students and their beautiful visions and promises for their future classrooms. I want to begin today's ceremony by reciting a poem, In Lakesh by Luis Valdez, a poem that's become central to our collective growth as a cohort community and to our commitment to humanize and heal our students and ourselves through transformative teaching and learning. And I invite you all to join me. In Lakesh, tú eres mi otro yo. You are my other me. Si te amo y respeto, if I love and respect you, me amo y respeto yo. I love and respect myself. Si te hago daño a ti, if I do harm to you, me hago daño a mí mismo. I do harm to myself. Thank you. As we explore what it meant to embody in Lakesh as both a pedagogy and a way of life, I ask you to consider now what it means to embody and enact in Lakesh in the context of COVID-19, a simultaneously painful moment when disproportionate harms in the realm of vastly inequitable educational spaces are at an unprecedented high, and a powerful moment that compels us to radically reimagine and enact pedagogies of healing, hope, and liberation. As I reflected upon the countless memories that we've made during this year-long journey and how I might best share the words that sit in my mind and in my heart, I chose to write you a letter. My dearest TEP cohort, I could not have asked for a more warm, loving, and beautiful family of passionate educators with which to share this journey in my first year as the director of the Teacher Education Program. Writing to you now, even when I can't see your faces or hold you tight, I'm overcome with my feelings of pride, love, and joy for each and every one of you. And it reminds me of the unshakable bond that we've built that has helped us to individually and collectively navigate a global pandemic. During our closing ceremony and reception this past week, you opened the letters that you wrote to yourselves nearly a year ago. You reflected upon your roses, thorns, and buds, cried and laughed over an epic slideshow and awards prepared by your amazing TEP Council. Shout out to Denise, Bobby, Chad, and Gabby. Brought your mentors and advisors to tears with lovingly prepared video messages of gratitude and love, all while completing your student teaching experiences via distance learning and your digital portfolios through remote learning plans from literally different parts of this country and our world, just further demonstrating the magical multitasking that only teachers can do. As if that wasn't enough, you then surprised me and the TEP leadership team with one of the greatest gifts I have ever received, a TEP cookbook, filled with the family and quarantine recipes, stories, photos, and memories of all the ways that our collective love for food has been one of the many threads that has held our cohort together this year. Every single one of you contributed a heartfelt recipe, and anyone who attended our virtual reception bore witness to one of my ugliest cries, and it felt beautiful. I have since been reflecting on the unique flavors and nuances that each and every one of you have poured into our beloved community that translated into a series of soulfully delicious experiences. From the moment each of you introduced yourselves through your acrostic poems at orientation, I knew I was in the presence of game changers who just happened to choose to jump heart first into the best job in the world. It's hard to describe the magic I'd feel when sharing that space with you in Longfellow 319, or the second floor of Felipe's, or visiting your classrooms. But it was evident in watching you develop loving relationships with your students, and using every parts of your brains and hearts to develop meaningful and transformative learning experiences for them, both before and during the pandemic. From getting emails about Bobby and Ryann helping to organize their entire middle school for the Black Lives Matter Week of Action, to Katrina illustrating individual cards for every single one of her students with their faces that demonstrated just how much she knew and loved them and honored their full humanity during distance learning. I was endlessly in awe of your commitment, tenacity, brilliance, innovation, resilience, and love of teaching and learning with the young people in your physical and then virtual classrooms. Your cohort is such a powerful and potent mixture of some of the most savory, sweet, and delightful personalities on this planet. And serving as your director this year has fed and nourished my soul in ways that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. I did not choose a global pandemic for your graduate school experience. But I know with every bone and fiber in my body that it will inevitably shape the core of who you are as an educator and human for the entirety of your teaching career and your personal lives. So I ask you to remember to reach out to and lean on each other as you take these next steps into your classrooms. As you each cultivate and nurture ecosystems of learning, nurturing, and healing, I want you to remember the powerful words that you shared during our last program meeting, in which you each reflected upon what you refuse to return to and what you hope to manifest moving forward. Remember the invaluable and heartwarming lessons that the young people you worked with have taught you this year. They are and will remain the most important teachers you will ever have. Remember and cherish every struggle, every challenge, every laughter that only those who work with adolescents get to fully experience. And remember the radical love that you get to enact through the beautiful struggle and journey of teaching. Remember those moments of fear as opportunities to exercise courage, and that your vulnerability is one of your greatest sources of strength, and allowing your full humanity to show up is one of the most precious and vital gifts that you can ever give to your students and to yourselves. It has been one of the greatest honors of my career to serve as your director, and I've become more fully human in the healing presence of your phenomenal cohort. I hope you will feel my virtual embrace as I now move on to reading your names and conferring your degrees. I love you. The Intellectual Contribution Award recipient for the Teacher Education Program, Melanie Shea. Thomas Aviles. Chad Crosson. Ryann Marie Deer. Alison Denzer-King. Spencer Dowd. Jonathan Keith Greiner. Adam Randel Heywood. Valerie Rose Hirschberg. Joye Hsiang. Nadia Kashem. Sydelle Laura Keisler. Denise Ann Larson. Kerry Elaine Mullin. Meghan Jean Odell. Ruth Park. Noor Pirani. Kacey Dale Rigsby. Laurel June Ross. Joye Savannah Scott. Sophie Claire Shank. Gabriella Marie Tucker. Katrina Stacie Yip. And the Marshal for the Teacher Education Program, Bobby Demetra Hampton. Congratulations again to the beloved TEP cohort, class of 2020. We began our ceremony today by reciting In Lakesh, and I'd like to close with one more Isang Baksak. As you clap along, try to match the rhythm of your heartbeat and imagine our hearts beating in loving solidarity wherever we are as we move forward in the collective struggle for our freedom and for our humanity. Isang Baksak! Congratulations, my dearest cohort. I love you.